Tony, just an offensive outburst today. Just what did you see from the guys offensively?
Yeah, they did a good job. It kind of came in spurts. As a pitcher, you always want to go out there and throw a zero. And for some of their guys, you can tell they got some pitching. Some of our guys, Griff played against Memphis last year. He said the pitching's greatly improved, and they got some guys we didn't look very good against. But when we did get it rolling, scoring kind of came in bunches. Often that's how it works in baseball. So it made it a little easier for us to pitch and play defense.
Yeah, you talked about Kyle Booker earlier in the week, and then he comes out today and plays well. What's been key to him turning it on these last couple of weeks of fall ball?
I think just the attitude he plays with, and he always plays with attitude, so it's kind of more of a conversation piece with Kyle. It's channeling his energy in the right direction because he's got a lot of passion, he's got a lot of energy, and like a lot of athletes, he's got a lot of emotion. Sometimes emotion can sway you in the wrong direction. Sometimes it can fuel you to play your best. And right now he's kind of playing with that edge that he had in high school and that he's had it when he's at his best with us.
Kavares Tears hits another grand slam like he did against Wake Forest.
Yeah.
How has he continued to improve this fall?
He's just matured as a hitter. I think, when you start moving the ball around on guys, they got to be able to adjust, and he's gotten better at that. The bottom line is he's got thunder in his bat. It's his number one tool, and he certainly knows how to use it. And regardless of what you do as a hitter, if you can get that one sock and get it over the scoreboard, over the wall, it's kind of like an effective goal scorer in soccer or hockey.
And what'd you see from your pitching staff today?
A lot of depth, but certain guys stood out. I mean, Benke was awesome in his inning. Some others showed really well too, whether it be flashes like Swistak's first inning was phenomenal. So I think we got some depth. I think we've got some guys that are better now that they've worn the jersey and have some experience with our club. So I look forward to the internal competition we have for the remainder of our fall, but also in January when we welcome guys back.
Looking at the team as a whole, how do you feel like they've grown from Wake Forest exhibition to today?
It's different, and I don't know that we're that more fundamentally, improved or that much better fundamentally. But I think just as a unit, I think the guys are more comfortable around one another. They're more comfortable with us as coaches. They're kind of playing together more as a group, and that's to be expected. Part of it is time moving forward, but also part of it is them making the effort to find leaders, find roles, guys to mesh together as a group. And we've got a lot of things going on right now, and we need more of it between now and the start of the season.
Last question to pull at the heartstrings. What was it like to look across the field and see Coach Jamison in the dugout?
It was different. I try not to look at him because, you're competing against the other team. But part of us playing against Memphis was recognizing the west side of the state, tipping our cap to Memphis that we think they made a great hire in Carrick Jackson. And then also the fact that Coach Jamison means a lot to me. But he also worked with Coach Elander with Team USA a little bit. And then also he and Frank have a long-lasting relationship. Blair DeBoard's a member of, the Memphis administration. He was here as far as our athletic department. He had something to do with us being hired at Tennessee. So there was just a lot of things that were interconnected. And we wanted to use those things to try and sell tickets. But because of our fans and some Memphis fans too, we didn't have to do that. They sold the place out, and it was a great crowd.
How has Coach Jamison impacted you as a head coach?
A ton. I mean, I obviously learned a lot in the conference around Coach Van Horn, but everything that I learned right out of the gate, with Coach Jamison was instrumental in me, being able to get to a place like Arkansas. I really had no clue what I was doing. He gave me a job I didn't necessarily deserve, but he wanted to give me an opportunity because he believed in me. And so from that point forward, I've tried to prove him right. And he taught me a lot of lessons when I was a player as well. He's that type of coach, and I hope the Memphis players see this. I don't know why they would. He's the type of coach, if you take the time to go to him, he's got a ton of knowledge that he can share with you. So just making that effort, he'll pay it back to you, tenfold in some cases.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.